retirement, there are 3 phases that you want to think about. And those 3 phases are the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. The go-go years are those years right after you retire, where you're still healthy, you're still active, your spouse is still healthy. And those are the years where you can travel, you can take up the hobbies that you always wanted to do but you never had time to do. You can spend more time with grandkids. Those are the years where you can go and do the things that you've wanted to go and do and you just didn't have the time to do it. But going and doing those things is going to cost money. You know, if you buy an RV so that you can travel, that's going to cost money. If you travel around the world, that's going to cost money. If you want to buy a vacation home, that's going to cost some money. So whatever it is that you're going to be doing, it's going to cost some money during those go-go years. But at some point in time, you'll transition into the slow-go years. You'll reach a point where you don't want to travel quite as much, you don't want to do quite as much, you don't want to be going quite as much because you've done those things. And you're now content with that, and you just naturally slow down. And so during those slow-go years, you don't spend as much. But at some point in time, as you reach closer to the end of life, and maybe that's going to be the late 80s or the early 90s, you're going to reach the no-go years. And that's a point in time where you can't go as much as you did for health reasons. And you may need more help. You may need some help with grocery shopping or with cleaning the house or even help above and beyond that. And you may decide that you need to move into an assisted living where you can get round-the-clock assistance on a regular basis. And so in those no-go years, you're likely going to be spending more money than you were in the slow-go years. So your spending will start out higher in the go-go years, and then it will fall off during the slow-go years, and then it will increase again during the no-go years. Now, as you're planning for your retirement, you do want to think about those 3 phases. As a retirement management advisor, I work on a comprehensive basis to help my clients think through that. And so what we're thinking about is how much money can we spend in those go-go years and really maximize return on life during that period of time, and yet ensure that we have enough money to cover the slow-go years and especially to cover the no-go years at the end of life, because no one wants to become a burden. That's something that people often say to me, I just don't want to be a burden to my kids. So looking at how to balance that out, how to spend as much money as possible, get the most out of life during those go-go years, and reserve the money that's needed for those no-go years. And so you want to think through that and have a plan that you know that you have your assets, your income, and your resources lined up to help you do that in retirement. Now, if this is helpful to you, do me a favor and just click the like button so I know that you'd like to see more videos like this one, and be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any good videos that are coming up. You can also find me on my podcast at Retire on Your Best Path with Liz Whittaberry, and I share other topics there related to retirement planning and have some good conversations with my co-host. So invite you to find that as well. And the purpose for these videos and the podcast is just to share information that you can use to be on your best path for your retirement.